Hello and welcome. We have some exciting idioms to learn on this video, and I would like you to take good note of them. And also, I'd like you to use them whenever you communicate with friends or with family or with anybody at all. Ensure you employ these idiomatic expressions. They give an artistic effect to communication and generally to every form of writing in English. All right. But just so you know, idioms are somewhat informal more than formal. In case you are to write something that is actually a formal document or a formal rendition, okay, it is not so advisable to employ idioms because they are predominantly informal. Come with me. Number one, we have an idiom called to be a dead ringer. Okay, this idiom, remember our first class on idioms, I specifically instructed that you do not interpret idioms based on the words they contain. That is to say, you do not interpret an idiom based on the meaning of the individual words that make that idiom up. Okay? For example, looking at number one, to be a dead ringer, you could think that it means somebody that uh, brings a bad omen, somebody that suggests that death is in the neighborhood, something like that. But that's not what it means. To be a dead ringer to somebody actually means to look like the person. So if I say, for example, that I am a dead ringer to George W. Bush, a one-time president of the United States of America, it simply means I look so much like him. By that's true. Okay, moving on. Number two, to be on the breadline actually means to be poor. If a person is on the breadline, such a person is barely earning enough just to survive and pay their rent. Okay? All right. On spot number three, we have the idiom to be in the first flight. Usually, that idiom actually means to be among the best in a category, in a group, in a class, what have you. If I make a statement like, my uncle is in the first flight of footballers, it means he's among the best. All right. On spot number four, we have the idiom to be on the tapis. Anytime a certain matter is under consideration or is being discussed, such an issue is said to be on the tapis. Please take note of that. And number five, to be under a cloud. There are three possible interpretations to that. Number one, to be under a cloud could mean to be out of favor with people, meaning you are unpopular. Number two, it could mean you are under suspicion. Under suspicion. Okay? And number three, it could mean that you have become unpopular to people because of something wrong you have done or you may have done. So take note of that. Number five, okay, we've done that. Number six, to be under the weather simply means to be feeling feverish. All right, it means to feel sick or sickly. Okay, so let's run through these idioms one more time. To be a dead ringer to somebody simply means you look like the person. Number two, to be on the breadline means you are poor or just earning enough to survive each day. Number three, to be in the first flight means you are among the best in a group. Number four, to be on the tapis means you are under consideration or you are being discussed. It could be a person or a thing. Number five, to be under a cloud means to be under suspicion, to be out of favor, or to be unpopular with people because of something you may have done. Number six, to be under the weather simply means to be sick. Thank you very much.